Good morning, students. Today we are discuss about different types of networks, that is LANs, wide area networks, WANs, etc. Before that, common types of networks. If you want to understand the different types of networks and how they operate, you need to know how networks are structured. There are two main types of networks: local area networks and wide area networks. There are two main types of networks. First, local area networks, LANs. A local area network is a data communication system consisting of several devices such as computers and printers. This type of network contains computers that are relatively near to each other and are physically connected using cables, infrared links, or wireless media. Basically, a LAN has consist of just two or three pieces connected together to share resources, or it can include hundreds of computers of different kinds. Any network that exists within a single building or even a group of adjacent buildings is considered a local area network. A LAN can consist of just two or three computers connected together to share resources, or it can include hundreds of computers of different kinds. Any network that exists within a single building or even a group of adjacent buildings is considered a LAN. A LAN is not a system that connects to the public environment using phone or data lines. It is often helpful to connect separate LANs together so they can communicate and exchange data. In a large company, for example, two departments located on a small same floor of a building may have their own separate LANs. But if the departments need to share data, then they can create link between two LANs. This is the definition of local area networks. Basically, in LANs, more than two or three computers will be connected within a building is called local area networks. Next we discuss about wide area networks. Wide area networks. A wide area network is two or more LANs connected together. A wide area network WAN is two or more LANs connected together, generally across the wide geographical area. For example, a company may have its corporate headquarters and manufacturing plant in one city and its marketing office in another city. Each site needs resources, data, and programs locally, but it also needs to share data with the other sites. To accomplish this feat of data communication, the company can attach devices that connect over public utilities to create a WAN. Note, however, what a WAN does not have included any LAN systems. For example, two distant mainframe computers can communicate through a WAN. Even neither is a part of local area network. These remote LANs are connected through a telecommunication network, a phone company, or via internet through a internet service provider ISP that contracts with the telecommunication networks gain access to the internet's backbone. These wide area networks can connect lines with phone lines or satellites, etc. Hybrid networks. Between the LAN and WAN structures, you will find hybrid networks such as campus area networks, CANs, and metropolitan area networks, MANs. In addition, a new form of network type is emerging called home area networks, HANs, HANs. The need to access corporate websites has created two classifications known as intranets and extranets. The following sections introduce these networks. First, we discuss about campus area networks. A campus area network can follows the same principles as local area network, only on a large and more diversified scale. With a campus area network, different campus offices and organizations can be linked together. For example, in a university settings, a brochure's office might be linked to a registrar office. In this manner, once a student has paid his or her tuition fees to the browser, this information is transmitted to the registrar's system so the student can enroll for classes. Some university departments or organizations might be linked to the campus area network even though they already have their own separate LANs. Next, metropolitan area network. Metropolitan area networks, MANs. A metropolitan area network is a large scale network that connects multiple corporate LANs together. A metropolitan area network MAN is a large scale network that connects multiple corporate LANs together. MANs usually are not owned by a single organization. Their communication devices and equipment are usually maintained by a group of or a single network provider that sells its networking service to corporate customers. MANs often take the role of a high speed network that allows for the sharing of regional resources. MANs also can provide a shared connection to other networks using WAN link, wide area network link. Next, we discuss about home area networks, HANs. A home area network is a network contained within a user's home that connects a person's digital devices from multiple computers and their peripheral devices such as a printer or telephones or VCRs or DVDs or televisions or video games, home security systems, smart applications, fax machines, and other digital devices that are wired into the network. This is called home area networks. This is a small scale network. These home area network connects computer and internet entertainment appliances, etc. Next, personal area network, PAN. Very small scale network is personal area network. The range of personal area network is less than 2 meters. These are the connected with cell phones, PDAs, and MP3 players, etc. How networks are structured. Networks can be categorized by the roles of the servers and PCs play in terms of hierarchical and security interaction. Some networks use server based networks, and some do not, peer to peer networks. These terms defined in detail the following sections. First, server based networks. To understand a server based network, it is important to know the meaning of the term node in a network. A node is a processing location that can be a PC or some other devices such as networked printer. Usually, server based networks include many nodes and one or more servers which control user access to the network's resources. It is a server based networks. It is important to know the meaning of the term node in the network. What is a node? A node is a processing location that can be a PC or some other device such as networked printer. Usually server based networks include many nodes and one or more servers which control user access to the network's resources. As described earlier, the central computer is known as the file server, network server, application server, just the server. Files and programs used by more than one user are often stored on the server. Central computer is known as file server or network server or application server or just the server. Files and programs used by the more than one user are often stored on the server. A file server network is fairly simple example of this kind. Nodes and server network. This arrangement gives each node access to the files on the server but not necessarily to files on other nodes. When a node needs information from the server, it requests the file containing the information. The server simply stores files and forwards sends to nodes that request them. One way to identify a server based network is the point at which network resources such as files are made available to users. In this environment, users gain access to files, printers, and other network based objects by obtaining rights and permissions given through a centrally controlled server or groups of servers. Users must log on to the network to gain access its resources. Next we discuss client client server client or server networks. One a popular type of server based network is client or server network where individual computers share the processing and storage workload with a central server. These arrangements require special software for the nodes and the server. It does not, however, require any specific type of network. Client or server software can be used on LANs and WANs, and a single client server program can be used on a LAN where all the other software is based on simple file server system. The most common example of client server computing involves a database that can be accessed by many different computers on the network. The database is stored on the network server along with a portion of the database management systems. The program that allows users to work with a database, the user's computer, which can be called the node, workstation, or client, stores and runs the client portion of the DBMS. When a user needs to find information in the database, the client software to send query to the server which which searches the database and returns the information to the user's PC. Next, peer-to-peer networks. Peer-to-peer networks. In a peer-to-peer networks, sometimes called P2PM. Next, peer-to-peer network. In an peer-to-peer network, sometimes called P2PN, all nodes on the network have equal relationship to all others and all have similar types of software that support the sharing of resources. In a typical P2P network, each node has access to at least some of the resources on all other nodes. If they are set up correctly, many multi-user operating systems give users access to files on hard disks and to printers attached to other computers in the network. Many many client operating systems such as Windows 9X, Windows 2000 Professional, Windows Millennium, Windows XP, and Mac operating systems features built-in support for peer-to-peer networking. This enables users to set up a simple peer-to-peer network using no other software than the PC's own operating systems. Next, we discuss network topology. An important feature of any LAN is its topology. Topology, the logical layout of cables and devices that connect the nodes of the network. Network designers consider several factors when deciding which topology or combination of topology to the use. The type of computers can the type of computers and cabling in a place, the distance between computers, the speed at which data must travel around the network, and the cost of settings up the network. This is the topology definition. The logical layout of the cables and devices that connect to their nodes of the network is called topology. Next, data moves through the network in structure called packets. Packet, what is a packet? Data moves through a network in a structure called packets. Packets are pieces of message broken down into small units by using sending PC or reassembled by the receiving PC. Packets are pieces of message broken down into small units by the sending PC and reassembled by the receiving PC. different networks format packets in different ways, but most packets have two parts, the header and payload. The header is the first part of the packet which contains information needed by the network. The header identifies the node that sent the packet, that is source, and provides the address of the node that will be receive the packet, that is destination. The network reads each packet's header to determine where to send this packet, and in some cases to determine the best way to get it is to destination. The header also holds control data that helps the receiving node reassemble a messages packet in the right order. A payload is the actual data that is being transmitted between the two nodes. In the internet environment, packets are called datagrams. A network's topology and related technologies are important for two reasons. First reason is a correctly designed a network using the most appropriate topology for the organization's needs will move data packets as efficiently as possible. Second reason is the network's topology plays a role in preventing collisions, which is what happens when multiple nodes try to transmit data at the same time. Their packets can collide and destroy each other. A bus topology network packets piece of data transmitted over a network. Packets are created by sending node two parts in packets, packet header and packet payload. Packet header is sending and receiving addresses. Packet payload is number and size of data and actual data. Next, we discuss bus topology. A bus topology network uses one cable. All the nodes and peripheral devices are connected in a series that cable. A a special device called terminator is attached at the cable start and end points to the stop network signals so they do not bounce back down the cable. This topology main advantage is that it uses the least amount of cabling of any topology. In a bus topology network, extra circuitry and software were used to keep data packets from colliding with one another. A broken connection can bring down all or part of the network. The bus topology, also called linear bus, one wire connects all nodes. The advantages of bus topology is easy to set up, small amount of wire is required, and disadvantages of bus topology is slow, easy to crash. Next, we discuss about star topology. A star topology is probably the most common topology. In a star network, all nodes are connected to devices called hub and communicate through it. Data packets travel through the hub and are sent to the attached nodes. Eventually, data reaching their destinations, some hubs known as intelligent hubs can monitor traffic and help prevent collisions. Collisions in star topology is broken connection between a node and the hub does not affect the rest of the network. If the hub is lost, however, all nodes connected to that hub are unable to communicate. All nodes connect to a hub, packet sent to a hub sends packet to destination. Here, star topology, the mediator is hub, that is, hub sends packet to destination. The star topology advantages: easy to set up and one cable cannot crash network. One cable cannot crash network. The disadvantages of star topology is one hub crashing down entire network uses lots of cables. This is most common topology in network. This is a figure of star topology. The middle is hub. Hub will be connected through the one systems to another systems. Next, ring topology. The ring topology connects the network's nodes in a circular chain. The last node connects to the first, completing the ring. Each node examines data as it travels through the ring. If the data known as token, a token is not addressed to the node examining it, that node processes to it the next node. There is no danger of collisions because only one packet of data travels the ring at a time. If the ring is broken, however, the entire network is unable to communicate. The ring topology nodes connected in a circle, tokens used to transmit data. Nodes must wait for token to send. The advantage of ring topology is time to send data is known, no data collisions. The disadvantage of ring topology is slow, lots of cable are required for ring topology. Next topology is Mesh topology. The mesh topology is the least used network topology and the most expensive to implement. In a mesh environment, a cable runs from every computer to every other computer. If you have four computers, you must have six cables, three coming from each computer to the other computers. The big advantage is this arrangement is that data can never fail to be delivered. If one connection goes down, there are other ways to route the data to its destination. The mesh topology, all computers connected together, and internet is as mesh network. Advantages of mesh topology is data will always be delivered. The disadvantages of mesh topology is lots of cable required and hard to set up. This is the network topologies. Once again I repeat in this video, how networks are structured. Server based networks, client server networks, P2P networks, and also discuss network topologies and protocols. Every LAN required topology, the logical layout of cables and devices that connect the nodes of the network. Network designers consider several factors when deciding which topology or combination of topologies to use. Data moves through the network in a structure called packets. Packets are pieces of message broken down into small units by sending PC and reassembled by the receiving PC. In topologies of different topologies are available. A bus topology. In bus topology, all the nodes are peripheral devices are connected in a series to that cable. The special device called terminator. A terminator is attached at the cable's start and end spines to stop network signals so they do not bounce back down the cable. Next, star topology. A star topology is probably the most topology in a star network. All nodes are connected to a device called a hub and communicate through it. Next topology is ring topology. The ring topology connects The network's nodes in a circular chain with each node connected to the next. The last node connects to the first, completing the ring. Each node examines data as it travels through the ring. If the data is known as token. Next topology is mesh topology. A mesh topology, the least used network topology and the most expensive to implement. In a mesh environment, a cable runs from every computer to every other computer. If you have 4 computers, you must have 6 cables, 3 coming from each computer to the other computers. The big advantage to this arrangement is that data can never fail to be delivered. If one connection goes down, there are other ways to route the data to its destination. This is the different types of networks and network topologies. Thank you for watching in this video. Thank you. This is mesh topology.